Yeah, what up, big dicks? Alright guys, so today's video is going to be kind of a discussion. It's actually a discussion I wanted to do for a little while. Now, as you guys know, I got lots of opinions on things. I like to just put them out there and see what people think about it. I think that's one of the best things about YouTube is you can say something and get feedback on it and what other people think as well. It's like having a classroom, classroom, I can't even think of the word. Debate. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, you guys know when you guys have like a classroom like debate and you guys are like going back and forth and then like the teacher's like in there too. It's fucking sick. It's like that with YouTube for me sometimes. So it's something that has been discussed for a very, very long time. Obviously, since even 07 has been released, I've seen it a lot in my comments. Things like if GE came to 07, I would come back. Yada yada yada. I don't know how true those things are. Maybe they're just saying it. Maybe they already play 07. But that's basically what I wanted to talk about to you guys today was the GE in 07. I'm not too sure how many YouTubers have made videos of talking about it. I think Chris Archie made one and he wanted the GE. I'm not 100% on that, though you guys maybe can give me feedback on that. But I believe that's what he said, and people at that point in time disagreed with him, I think, or half of them did, half of them. Now I'm going to give you guys reasons why I would I'm going to say yes, I would like the GE in 07, personally, not because, well, there's many reasons. Let me just Don't take this as mine. There we go, mine. So as I knew I was going to make this video, whenever I get my loot from Gower's Dungeon and I go to World 2, or World 1, I mean. So I got a few screenshots for you guys. Here's the first one, okay? You guys ready? You guys are going to laugh, right? So here's a typical scammer. Obviously, without having the GE, you got to trade people. So here's a typical scammer. He has literally auto-typing the amount of coins he wants to take out of his cash pile to try to scam somebody. And I called him on it. I'm like, you're so bad. And he's like, yeah, teach me. So there's one really main reason why I don't want the GE to ever come. Obviously, if you get scammed like that, you're kind of stupid. But it's not even to the point anymore where you're going to get scammed. It's to the point where it's just you go to World 1 and you sell an item. You get 20 trades and every single person there is trying to scam you. No one there is buying your item. They're just all trying to scam you and run away. That's what I hate, especially going there and you trade. You're like trying to just sell an item, right? And it's in person. And then you get 10 trades like, yes, I'm going to sell my item. And you go one person, they try to scam you. The next person tries to scam you. The next person and you just fucking drop the item and just run away. Now, if you actually get scammed then I don't even know what to say. Like, that's been around for so long. And, like, you always, obviously, you got to double check the second trade screen. There's also another scam that's sort of like that if you guys want to know. It's a thing where they literally put up, like, 30 items in a trade. And then they take away the one that's most valuable. That's a very old trade. I don't think I've seen it in 07 at all. But basically, you're selling an item and someone puts up a bunch of shit, and then like one main item in there that's worth a lot of money, and they take it out and they accept, and then you gotta look through all the items that they traded you, and it's not even there anymore. So be on the lookout for that shit. Now, the next reason I obviously want Gower's Dungeon to come is this actually happened twice today. Well, for a funny thing. Here's the next one. So I traded this person again because they already tried to scam on me, and I was gonna act like I fell for it again. So yeah, basically here we go. This person says, I have a sister and she's alking on Cammy with Black Mystic. Here's some stuff. So it's either a lure, as you guys know, the lure to go to those little thingies, and they poison you and things like that in the Karamja place. Or it's obviously, I'm going to trade my Armored Chestplate for your Telly runes, which is a big scam as well. So that's literally all you see in World 1. And what's funny is that I actually ran around trying to find that person that did that to me. Because obviously the first time I was like, lol, what a joke. I declined. And I was like, hey, you know what? This is great because I'm going to be making a GE video very soon. And I want to get a nice example. And that was a perfect one right there. So I basically I just literally watched them like trade 20 people. And they were auto-typing exactly what you guys see right here is she's alking. And they were auto-typing this shit. They had it set to talk to each one, and then they would just trade people to see if they can get one person or so. And yeah, I was selling the chest plate for 12 mil. The guy's like, oh, they'll buy it for 13 mil, whatever. So those are two reasons why I don't want the G. Not the main reasons. Here's another word I would consider a main reason, but a lot of people that want the G, this is their main reason why they want it. It's player interaction, and I understand that to a certain extent. It is player interaction, but I gotta tell you, I've had more player interaction being at Gower's Dungeon the entire day than I will ever when I'm in World 1 trading people. Let's be real, right? A typical, person that's selling or buying items in World 1 has their auto typer going. Someone trades them, they put money up, you calculate it, you accept, they accept. Maybe you say thank you, thank you. Is that really what you consider player interaction? Like just thank you, trade, yes, thank you? If that's what makes you feel great about the game, is that someone said thank you, if they even do that, that's using an auto typer. If that's what makes you feel like the game is accomplished, and you go right ahead and think that if you want. I personally think that's nothing. It's completely normal. Oh, and I forgot to also mention, also with without being there, GE. As you guys know, we had the 2007 price check guide, which is considered the GE. I'm gonna laugh. Anyone here says I don't want the GE, yet you guys use 2007 price check guide, which is right here. If you guys use this and you guys don't support the GE, I don't even know what to say to you. That's just stupid as shit. So obviously on this website you have price manipulators that are buying or selling an item for a lot of money, and they joke around, whatever. It's not too often, too much anymore, but it does still obviously happen, right? These offers could all possibly fake. Maybe they're trying to sell a hilt and they're trying to just overprice it, so it looks like, you know, the actual hilt's going for a lot of money, but they actually don't have the item. Like I got posted buying an Armadillo hilt for 120 mil to try to make it rise, even though I'm not actually buying one. In fact, I'm actually trying to sell one and make it, you know, go up. So obviously shit like that will happen on these forums, and if there was a GE, it would never happen. And I'm sure you guys have all seen a friend's video where basically, I mean, you guys probably have witnessed it yourself by now, where people are in World 1 and they just have auto typers going, selling or buying an item for a very low or very high price. You trade them and they don't even trade you anything. They just decline 2 minutes later. Just basically price manipulating an item, and you know, that's obviously going to ruin a little bit as well. So is the GE going to ruin the economy or possibly fix it at this point? Because we've got scammers, we've got lures, we've got fake offers, and we got price manipulators. That's all the issues at the very least without the GE. If the GE came, it would get rid of player interaction. That's 1 versus 4 points, I would think. And that player interaction, I gotta say, is 90%, you know, scammers. The 10% is like legit people. All right, and last but not least, we've got merching bots. As many of you guys know, there's merching bots that are out there. I have a friend that fucking did it. My first time just did great. What's that now? 75, not bad. But yeah, I'm sure you guys know what merch bots are. Basically, if you guys try to go trade someone that's like a level 3 whatever in Veronk World 1, they're gonna obviously be selling items, and you do whatever. If you try to negotiate with them, watch, they're never gonna answer with you. If they're trying to sell nature, let's just say, for example, 300 each, they're trying to sell 100,000 or some shit. You can basically ask them, hey, will you sell me 100k nats or 350 each? Basically, just offer more money and see what they do. They won't even answer to you because it's not programmed to answer a question. It's just programmed to calculate whatever money you put in there, and they put up the item. Now, I don't know if it'll actually accept. Like, will it accept if you put 35 mil for 100k nats when it's selling 300 each? I don't know if it'll accept or not. Maybe it'll decline because that's not the right price, I guess. I don't really know exactly. I haven't really traded them because whatever. So technically, someone that's outside right now is doing a merch bot and probably making 30, 40 mil a day while you're there at Armadillo Boss or Gower's Dungeon in general, trying to make 10 mil a day, and it's not working. Plus, that guy probably has like 20 accounts, so he might be making more than 30 mil a day. Who knows? Is that the 5th point I've made about why GE is good? That's 5, I believe, right? That's 5 in total. And so far, I mean, I want to know what you guys' defense is for why you guys don't want the GE to be here. I think the next point you guys might make is going to be buyouts. As many of you guys know, before when we had the GE, and then we had don't forget, we actually had no free trade back then. Basically, clans would buy out items like Chessie, as you guys remember, it would buy out items. I don't think people understand too much about that. The reason the item ever got bought out was not because they wanted to make exact money off it. It was a really good way to get rid of rares. As you guys know, a rare was really, really high price back in the day. You could add like 3 build junk into like a party hat if you want. And that's basically what these merch clans would do, is they would have these rares, and they would basically just sell them with a bunch of junk and make like pure profit because they bought the item originally, the junk item, for like a quarter of the price. That's, if you guys know, originally why merch clans were ever created, and obviously, they make pure profit as well by selling the item for max GE. Now, this won't really happen if there's free trade. It really just can't happen because the item would go up to max GE every day because it would update 5% plus depending on how many offers are in the GE for that item. So that technically cannot happen if there's no max GE, there's no minimum. It's just a regular price, and you can pay as high as you want, you can pay as low as you want. So items really cannot get bought out. I guess right now an item can get bought out if you really want to think about it. I can get a merch bot, go to World 1, have 1 bill cash in the inventory, and I'm going to buy every single item of one thing throughout the entire week, month, until I get all of them in the game, and then, what's the difference? I guess the GE might make it quicker to buy out items, but I believe, honestly, if Jax really tried, if that did start to occur a lot, if Jax really tried to, they could probably prevent that from happening by putting a cap on a certain amount of items. They could basically calculate it to where like let's just say, how many purettes can you use per hour? You can use like 3K purettes an hour. So basically, they can make the cap for purettes like 5, 6K for every 4 hours. So it's, if you get what I mean, type of thing. So it'll take you. Oh shit! I'm still using these bullets. It'll take you a little while, obviously, to bank like a lot of experience. But obviously, you can have friends that want to buy it for you. As you guys know, in EOC, there's battle staffs. Okay, but it doesn't show the offer there. But I buy battle staffs for my friends. The cap's like 100 every 4 hours. I got like 30,000 battle staffs. I'm just collecting them throughout the month, I guess, and just sell it to my friends. You can just ask your friends to buy you, the cap of an item if you really want. But that's just a possibility to prevent that from happening. But I really don't think buyouts will happen as often because the only reason buyouts ever happening was so they could junk trade for their rares. So, I mean, I'm not too sure if there was a lending system back as well whenever that was happening a lot. So, I mean, if you need an item, just ask your friends. Like, I've let my friends, Varix helms and V skirts and things for that, whatever they want to do. So to me, that wouldn't be an issue at all. If they were like, I mean, I have every item I want anyways. Like, I don't really need to buy anything else. Maybe an armored crossbow might be the next thing I buy. But besides that, I have everything I need, and I wouldn't really even care. But yeah, I would say it's probably the only strong point that you can really put towards having no GE is the possible buyouts. But I don't really think that's going to happen, to be honest, without there being a trade limit. Because that's basically what was making the item go up all the time. Was because there was a price limit in the GE. You couldn't pay, 3 mil plus whatever for the item. And who knows, if you actually wanted to be smart, since this game is a little more interactive, I would say, with the J mods, any accounts caught hoarding items that are being bought out, just fucking ban the account and take the items out of the game. Bye-bye. Maybe not all of the items, because that literally might be every single bit of item. But just basically put it back in the GE for whatever, the normal price kind of was, and just ban the account with all the money that it has on. Jax can get up nice and personal with these bitches. Oh, and I also guess last but not least, I've noticed this a lot as well whenever I'm doing Gowers Legend and we get like an item at nighttime. If you go to World 1 at nighttime, it's dead. Like, there's literally nobody there buying or selling anything. There might be a few offers, but normally it's just all merchers and merch bots, whatever. So like, as you guys will notice, at nighttime, like for Eastern time zone, around like maybe 2 in the morning to like 7 in the morning, that 5 hours, it's literally dead. You cannot go to World 1 and do what you want because there's just not enough people online, and it's just not going to work. You'll also go there and try to sell an item for like 3 hours, and you won't sell it until the peak time is back out there or whatever. At least like the more, I guess, European time zones are kind of more like around the 11 a.m. time or so. But yeah, you guys will definitely notice that during the day it's like crazy packed. At nighttime it's like literally 4 people buying like whatever items or selling whatever items. But I guess that is my opinion on the whole GE. I personally, as you guys can notice now, want it back, obviously. Plus, I really do enjoy GE flipping, as you guys will probably know the term. Basically, where you buy like 10 armored chest plates, and then you sell them for like 100 or 150K more. But yeah, as you guys know, I want to know what you guys' opinion and thoughts are about the GE. If it's negative, go ahead and post it. If it's all, I guess the YouTube comments are kind of fucked, so I don't know if I'll even see every comment. I don't know what the hell YouTube's doing. But anyways, I'll see you guys next video with all kinds of gains. And yeah, as you guys know right now, as you guys can see in the background, I'm just doing a bit of wood cutting. I'm not really in the mood to do any fishing rock sales right now, but yeah, I've gained about 700K wood cut in the past, I don't know, day and a half or so. Anyways, I'll see you guys next video. All kinds of gains.